Hey, this is Hassan with another episode of voiceover trainings, and in today's episode, we are gonna talk about the 5 tips and exercises and whatever you call it, which I've been doing in the beginning of my career as a voiceover artist in this industry. Let's start it. So before moving further, I just want to say one thing to you. If you have any question, if you have any queries, you guys can email us. You can ask below in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. So here's the tip number 1. Tip number 1 is do what others are already doing. What does this actually means in your areas where you're living, your local television stations, your local cable networks, or you're watching any advertisements. While scrolling the Facebook page, you're gonna listen to those advertisements. You're gonna repeat exactly the same way as the voiceover artist in that television commercial or digital video content is delivering the words. So this will help you to gain more power, and this will help you to understand the art of voiceover. So here's the tip number 2. This could be the tip number 1. Why? Tip number 1 is like the main the main chord of the 7 sense, which is reading. And why reading is so important, because why reading is so important and why it should be on the number 1 according to my list. When you start reading books, reading newspaper, reading scripts, or whatever you're reading on the daily basis, is going to help you the smoothness in your reading. And then we move towards the number 2. What is number 2? Number 2, it will help you gaining more vocabulary of your language. Either it's in English, it's Urdu, Punjabi, whatever the language is where you are living. Not the languages you want to read, but those languages you want to be hold of as a voiceover artist. So it's gonna help you a lot in that sense. So tip number 3 of the day is try to speak, read, or communicate with the people as low as you can. How this gonna help you in your daily life when you speak into somebody, when you're communicating with people, and you are talking like lower than the usually. Like when you talk normal with the people, you are a bit louder, like I am right now. And when you start practicing the vocals and you stay low, it will help you to gain more bass in your voices. It will help you to gain more accurate pauses and stresses, where you want to pause, where you want to stress, where you want to slow down and take a breath. It will complete a whole dialogue when you are gonna lower your vocals. So tip number 4 of the day is about reading again. Why it's about reading again? So when you're reading a book, when you're reading a script, try to keep yourself straight. It's going to help you in that way. When you are straight and you're reading something in front of you like that, like this one, it will help you to gain more flexibility in your words while you're delivering your words. And the tip number 5, which is last but not the least, you can say, try to understand the communication. Voiceover is an art of communication. Voiceover is a weapon which you can trigger, and people will fall in love with your voice. You are the best voiceover artist. You know the phrases, you know the scripts, you know the everything which should be the ingredients of being a voiceover. So tip number 5, which is, you can say, last but not the least, try improving yourself. Improve in sense like you have done something, you listened to your work again, and you marked out your mistakes. You marked out your mispronunciations, you marked out bad stress and pauses. Try as many as different styles you can. It will help you to get the actual essence of the words which you are delivering. I hope this is enough for today, and these 5 exercises will help you to gain more strength and more power to be a voiceover artist. And don't forget to subscribe, like and share, and do comment with your questions, with your queries, as well as you can email me at my email address.